So today we're going to talk about a little bit of legislation, a story we talked about before, as well as people. What's up, everyone, and welcome to Wednesday's edition of Reptile News. Now, I want to start off today with not a shameless plug. I've been posting around lately, and I've been looking for good people in our hobby, or in our, I guess, the business aspect of our hobby, or just good people in our community, that maybe people that I don't know about, that I could check out on the internet and maybe turn them into somebody that we want to talk about on this show in a positive light for our hobby. So if you know anybody or want to nominate anybody for this, leave their names down below. I've already got quite a few names that I have to go through, but I just want to get a list together because it seems like you guys really liked when I was doing that segment of the show. So I want to get some names together to do stuff like that. So leave a comment down below and let me know. Now we're going to start off today talking about the Australian Reptile Park again, and just for a couple of minutes, bear with me. And the Australian Reptile Park was handed over a two-headed lizard, which, you know, we've talked about in recent past. The two-headed, I believe it was a copperhead that eventually died, and we hear quite a bit about two-headed snakes, but never two-headed lizards that I can think of. Now, they do go on to say that in the wild, this lizard would have virtually no chance of survival, but it's under some great care right now, and they got a little video, so check out that link in the description if you'd like to see the video. It's a pretty cool looking lizard. And now we're going to move on to kind of a sad story from way up farther north. A man from British Columbia was arrested in the snake venom death of a toddler. And I'm almost not really wanting to talk about this because they really gave, I don't know what happened. I don't know if the toddler got bitten by a snake, if this was purposely injected, and I don't know what the details of the story are, other than the man was arrested and the charges are failing to provide the necessities of life, which is just another weird thing. So just know that a man from British Columbia was arrested. Now, I did search for this person on social media. I believe I found him, but I didn't send a message for a comment or anything because you just can never be too sure, and that would be an awkward message to send. And now we're going to move on to actually an action alert by U.S. Ark, and I'm probably gonna mispronounce this, but Wausau, Wisconsin? You get what I mean. If you don't, check the link in the description and you can read it for yourself. Well, apparently the town of Wausau, Wisconsin is introducing legislation that would make many constrictor species as well as rear-fanged snakes illegal to keep. Now, you know, when you first hear the word constrictor and rear-fanged snakes, you think, well, who cares? I don't have these big constrictors or rear-fanged snakes. But when you look into the nitty-gritty of it, that includes hognose snakes, that includes corn snakes, and many, many other species that it sounds kind of ridiculous to ban keeping. So I urge everybody to not only follow along with this action alert, but there is going to be a meeting Monday, February 18th at 5:15, and of course U.S. Ark, myself, and I'm sure everybody else urges all local residents or non-local, if you're able to make the trip, to show up and responsibly, respectfully speak your mind about legislation such as this. And now we're going to move on to a story that we talked about before, and that was the Instagram star that got caught importing and trying to sell the skins from illegal pythons and stuff. Well, she has finally found her day in court. And you know, I always believe in second chances, and I rarely find a reason to really throw the book at somebody, but I really wish they'd have thrown the book at her. She was spared any jail time, which it could have been a lot different. These offenses do carry jail time and some pretty massive fines. But instead, the judge called her utterly self-centered and ordered her to 160 hours of community service. But my big problem with this is she still does not understand the significance of her crime. She still thinks she's being singled out because she's rich and famous, and it's just I want to, oh my God, it just, listening to her quotes just really upsets me, because she goes on to say that it's not like she's the one that killed these snakes. No, she did kill these snakes. She is. The people that partake in the businesses she partakes in is what makes these people kill these snakes so they can skin them alive and sell them to people like that. So partaking in this business, they are 100% as guilty as the people who are actually out there killing these snakes. And it just, like I said, it really bugs me that she has, according to her quotes, and I really want all of you to click the link down in the description and read this article and read these quotes. Just don't read it around any upsets you. It really does. It upsets you. I probably shouldn't say something like that on camera. That's bad. Okay, I might cut that out, but you know what I mean. It upsets you so much because of the level of her crime and taking part in that business. As I said, I believe she's just as bad as the people actually killing or skinning these animals alive and killing them. But she has no remorse, and she has no understanding, and she just thinks that everybody's picking on her, and she just doesn't understand how life apparently works in the rest of the world for the people that aren't rich and famous. But it is obviously this person's opinion that your amount of wealth or popularity should have nothing to do in the crimes you commit and how you pay for them. And now we're going to move on to a little segment I like to call Channel Update. So all I'm going to do here is just reiterate what I said at the beginning of the show. I'm looking for people. They could be people in the business. They could be people in the community, in the hobby. They could be breeders. They could be whatever. Just anybody that partakes in this wonderful hobby in any way. I'd really like to know who you guys like. What do they do? Why do you like them? Why do you like what they do? Just everything about them. And maybe, just maybe, by finding these good people in the community and promoting them in any fashion we're able to, no matter even if they're way bigger than us or smaller, it doesn't matter. Maybe we can get maybe 2 more sets of eyes looking at them and just help get their awesomeness out there. That's what I'm hoping to do with segments like that. So like I said, if you guys know anybody that's doing great things in our hobby, no matter what part of the hobby it is, then leave their name down below. Point them to this video and let them watch it. They can leave their name, or maybe they can leave somebody else's name. But yeah, that's kind of what I'm looking for to keep that segment up. And that, my friends, has been all your news for this Wednesday. If you'd like to read any more about these stories, those links are right down below here in the description. And as always, if you're still watching, my name is Jason White. Now you know what's going on in the reptile world. Be good to each other, and we'll see you Friday.